Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Now, on to today's story. Breakup background: he was receiving nudes from an ex, posting my previous 2 posts from r/surviving infidelity for privacy reasons. First post. So my F20 boyfriend, M28, left me after he told me about a girl sending him nudes. TL, doctor at the bottom. Saturday 20th February, went to BF's house. He had been struggling to sleep for a while, so he took a xanax. This is not common, and I told him since he has no tolerance you should only take half because otherwise you'll black out. He took a whole one, and blacked out. Later in the night he said to me something along the lines of, "Oh, if a girl calls me, she's crazy," which immediately made me uncomfortable, so I said, "Who is she?" He proceeded to tell me that this girl was sending him nudes. He said he had told her he was in a relationship, and she continued. They were old friends, and had slept together in the past before we met. She's known for being quite loose, and she has a child. At first when I asked him to block her, he said he wouldn't because he didn't think it was a big deal, which I responded, but she disrespected our relationship and I am not comfortable with that. Sunday 21st February, wake up in the morning and I couldn't look at him the same way. When he woke up I asked him, "Do you remember anything of last night?" and he said no. I proceeded to tell him about the conversation. I asked, "Did you ever meet up with her?" He said no. I asked, "How long has she been doing this?" He said 2 weeks. I asked to see the conversation and at first he was reluctant, but let me go through the messages. I didn't really read anything in particular, I just scrolled through most of them. No pictures on the chat, but voice notes which I kind of wish I listened to, and a brief part that I read in June. I said block her and he did then. The feeling in my stomach didn't go away and got worse. I kept ignoring it. Thursday 25th February, during the week, I had found this girl's Instagram. I noticed he was still following her. Stupidly I tried to put it at the back of my mind because I didn't want to act crazy, but I wish I called it out when I noticed. I woke up and couldn't stop comparing myself to her. I felt sick to my stomach thinking about it. I decided to message him and here is how the conversation went. Me, sorry to ask, but can you block her on Instagram? I can't get it out of my head. I trust you, I just don't trust her. Him, why is that an issue? I blocked her already on Snapchat. Me, I don't trust her not to do it again. She's repeatedly disrespected our relationship. I can't stop crying. I would just appreciate it if you could. Him, so you want me to delete her FB and her Instagram and Snapchat? Why are you comparing yourself with another woman? Me, I don't have very good self-esteem and get feelings of inadequacy, which I know is my issue. I don't mean to drag it onto you, it would just make me feel a bit more secure. Him, well that's what you're doing, and you seem to be making it my problem. And this is also what I mean by you being happy is not my responsibility, it's yours, and unfair to me. In fact, the more I think about it, all of my stress isn't mine, it's yours and your problems. We've had this chat multiple times and seems we've gone full circle. I'm not sure this is working for me anymore. My name, I've tried helping. There is always something wrong. It's either I'm too good for you or not good enough, or you don't know what you want, you don't listen to me. I can go on, but I'm not going to. I think we need to look at the relationship and take a step back because it's not working for me. Me, I understand. I hate myself for how weak I sounded during all of this. Looking back, I wish I had set that boundary hard and firm because that gut feeling has not gone away and I fear there is something more I don't know. He says to me he wants to have a chat in person, and I really don't know if I want to. I know no matter what he tells me, this feeling won't go away. And after the way he spoke to me on that day when I was in such a state, I fear it's just going to happen all over again. He has spoken to a mutual friend, and she told me that he realizes he put it all on me and that was unfair. He told her the whole story, or as far as I know, I believe. She also told me that he didn't intend for this to be a breakup, just a break, piss off. He has written stuff down for the conversation, as have I. I don't know if I want to go through with it though. I could really use some advice. TL Dr. BF told me whilst he was blacked out about some girl he had history with was sending him nudes for 2 weeks. I saw a convo in June. He blocked her the next morning after refusing before. When I found he was still following her on Insta, I asked him to block her, which led to an argument, and he broke up with me. Second post. I know this is nothing compared to most of the stories on here, but he messaged me again today. Here is how the conversation went. Him: I've tried to have an adult conversation about the state of our relationship, but I think I'm done waiting to see what happens. You obviously don't care that much. I hope you have a nice life and find someone you're looking for. I still would like my keys, if it's easier for you to leave them with mutual friend 1. I did want to say all this personally, but I can't help you find the courage to deal with an adult situation. Bye. Me: it's been less than 2 weeks, I'm simply not ready. I have a gut feeling there is something I don't know. I'll drop the keys through your letterbox today. Him: and this is an important issue and you've basically run away from the situation. You have a gut feeling of nothing. I have nothing to hide. There's a whole speech I've ducking wrote to try work things out, but you wanna run and hide. I'd rather you left them with mutual friend 1, if you're still there. I know they're safe then. Look, I'm done fully. This convo right here has given me the clarity I needed. You can't be adult enough to even see me on a personal level. Thought you had learned better than that. Thought you'd actually be a bit more adult, but that's me being wishful, ain't it? Me: I'm not at mutual friend 1s. I'll leave them with mutual friend 2. After this conversation, he posted 2 Snapchat stories of him crying. Done with this bullshit. I feel so guilty, but consciously I know that I can't deal with this boundary being crossed. Thank you guys for all the advice and support from last time. I really can't thank you enough. This is a lesson, and a blessing in disguise, I believe. You sound like the mature in this relationship. He sounds like a HS kid. You did right, either he's all in or not. Sounds like he's not. Move on to someone who'll treasure you. You're right, it does sound like bullshit. Thank you, heart. I wish I had noticed it earlier, but I guess hindsight is always 20/20. This upsets me. I feel like you had every reason to ask him to block her. I feel like he, like so many men, is trying to make you feel bad. You had a boundary and he wasn't okay with it. A lot of times when you state a boundary with a partner, they will freak out and refuse to accept it. You sound like the mature in the relationship. I keep getting into relationships like this. As soon as I put down a boundary, they freak out. Whereas, if the situation reversed, I'd gladly block someone that was disrespecting our relationship. I heard a saying once: men will date you for 10 years while looking for their soulmate. I believe this 100%. It sucks, but it's a learning curve at least. Brought a lot of stuff up and I've realized I need to work on myself. Thank you for your support. He doesn't get to talk down to you about not being an adult when he goes and posts 2 Snapchat stories of him crying for attention. And I'm not saying men can't cry, I'm saying if you post online a video of you crying, well, it comes off like you want attention, which is what I think he's doing. He said he was done waiting, posted shit about me on Snapchat, and blocked me. Now he's indirecting me on Instagram posts about how we need a chat. Rant. I deleted my original posts as I am paranoid someone I know will recognize the situation, however I re-uploaded them to my profile. Basically my ex was receiving nudes from an old fling of his. He told me nothing was going on, and blocked her on SC when I asked. I found he was still following her on Insta and I asked him to block her and he got mad. Then went on to blame shift, making it all my fault, and broke up with me. Said he wanted to chat in person. I said I needed time. After less than 2 weeks, He messaged me to say he'd done waiting to see what's happening. And that's where we are. So a lot has happened since all this went down. I have been taking care of myself a bit better, and finally feeling the weight lift somewhat. A few days after that last conversation, he tried triangulating with mutual friend 1, by trying to get her to send me a video without me knowing his involvement. She said she was not comfortable with this, as she doesn't want to lie to me, and he got pissy with her, saying you don't feel comfortable telling your friend to fix up. She said to him, no, I don't feel comfortable lying to my mate. Luckily enough this is one of my best mates, so she has been telling me. She introduced us but can see now how manipulative he is being. Later on that day, I guess he was going through whatever, because he decided to block me on Snapchat and post about me on his story. Don't care. Don't care over that fact that you can't ducking see it either. With your childish, bullshit, selfish antics. Have a nice life. Was the first video. Then my best mate saw this, and showed me. He obviously saw she had viewed it, so he posted another video and messaged her saying show her the next one, it's much better or something along those lines. The second video said, let's air it out even more. You chose to run and hide. That was the last I've heard of him. After that, my mind was set in stone, I don't owe him a ducking thing. He has gone through loops to try to bring me down and I'm sick of this bullshit. I did, stupidly, check his Insta a few days ago. He posted another yes and another indirect at me. The post was a quote. A lot of conversations need to be had in person. Tones need to be heard, facial expressions need to be seen, and energy felt. With the caption, still want to talk, you know who you are. You and I both know it needs to happen, I'm not going anywhere. Like, no. I do not owe you closure at the expense of my mental well-being. I will not let you continue to shit all over me and still get what you want. You were the one who said you were done waiting. You made your bed, now lie in it. You will never hear from me again. It is ducking done. Edit, thank you all for your wonderful comments and insights. I know that checking his socials isn't very helpful, and I am going to stop pain shopping. Really appreciate all the support. LOL. He's ridiculous. You go, girl, flexed bicep. I'm proud of you for holding strong. This guy sounds just like my ex. He would break up with me over the weirdest things because he liked seeing me try so hard to fix our relationship. He did not like it when I finally snapped and just stopped putting any effort in at all. I would just casually agree with everything he said. Sure, I don't try hard enough to understand him. Sure, I don't deserve to be with him. Sure, I don't cut him enough slack for binge drinking, all the jazz. He ended up completely ignoring me for 2 weeks, which we lived together, so it was weird. Used that time to find an apartment, and moved all my stuff out while he was at band practice. My girl, he lost his shit. He broke up with me, and ignored me for weeks when I didn't grovel at his feet, but had plenty of Facebook tangents about how it was all my fault and I never once gave him the light of day. It did slowly transform into some self-realization on his part, and he did work on bettering himself, which I don't think most people would consider. Too little too late though for us. He'd pushed me to the edge far too much to repair the damage. OMG, that is literally what is going on. As soon as you stop trying, they'll do anything in their power to sink that hook back into you and reel you in again. I'm glad you're out of that. People can change, but it doesn't mean they get a free access pass back into your life. Especially since they've gone out of their way to tear you down publicly. Thank you, my G. Much love, heart. Exactly. I hope your guy has the brains to do his own self-growth, for his own sake. You though? You are already kicking asses and taking names, and I am here for it. The days of ducking with us women are over. For real, bro. Gotta stay strong, heart. Much love to you. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please comment, like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are.